started the year very sick, so this year is already off to a much better start. I feel compelled to talk a little bit about resolutions. I'm not sure if you feel it's too late to talk about those, or you've already watched plenty of those videos. doesn't mean no trash TV, just means like being intentional about what we watch and when. So, to offset that a bit, or just we hadn't been reading either. So anyway, this month at night, I'm reading at least 30 minutes a day. It's a super doable length of time, so it's not intimidating, and it's really easy to knock it out if you're not into it. But also, it's because it's doable, it's a nudge, right? Where you're like, okay, 30 minutes, fine, whatever, and you do it. And more often than not, you want to keep reading, and so then you read as long as you want. And this is how I've kind of been returning to reading more. I read some last year for sure, but I read a good amount of books I enjoyed, but I didn't have a good reading habit or reading routine, if that makes sense. It felt more like reading kind of piecemeal, cobbling together, like wonky time pushed together kind of thing, instead of really getting into a book and entering a kind of flow with it, minute to minute or day to day, instead of picking it up for like just once in a week and then the next time you pick it up it's like 6 weeks later kind of thing. So those are my 4 very manageable little routine I'm trying to not use like black and white language or like good and bad language, but little routine adjustments. Because again, it's all about what works for you, right? I've also been talking a lot with friends about being worry-free for a bit, which is a very sweet thing to do for yourself if you can manage it. And so just for these first 3 months of the year, dedicating myself wholeheartedly to a single project and having 0 worries about it. No worries. And seeing the leaps and bounds I can make with it once I release those worries. Michelle Whispers was talking in a video a month or 2 ago about thinking about who you want to be, your vision for yourself, because it was already sold out. And we thought about going to the later showing, but it was gonna get out really late, and I didn't think I had the energy to stay up for the later showing through the movie. I think it's like 2.5 hours. It's not that long, but I go to bed early. So we went down the block to a diner and got milkshakes instead. That were delicious. And then we went to the movie the next day, same show time, different day, and it was fine. And then I guess the last thing I'll leave you with, which is just an amusing anecdote, I guess, is that in the movie theater, it's a small theater, right? Like, pretty small, independent theater, and we get in there. It was a little warm, but not uncomfortable, but it smelled like a little musty, but which is unusual for this theater. That's never happened there before for me. It wasn't too bad though. I really didn't think it was too bad. So my point in bringing that up is I don't know if this is why, maybe, but anyway, these people didn't like it, and so they told the people working there who came in and sprayed some stuff, and then it was better and you couldn't even notice it. It didn't bother me to begin with, but you really couldn't notice it after that. Then this woman comes in and she goes to her seat, and from her purse she pulls out some sage and a lighter, and she lights the sage. I thought she was smoking a blunt or something, because you know, she lights it, it's a flame, like there's a flame, blows it out, and she moves the smoke around. She sages her chair, and she lights it again, the flame blows it out, and then sages her chair, and then she does it a third time, and she sages her chair, and then she sits down. And I don't know if it's because of the like quality of the air in the room. Maybe she still felt like it was kind of stagnant in there. In which case though, she still had the sage on her, like in her purse, ready to go. Or maybe it had nothing to do with the room and the quality of the air, and it's just something she does when she goes to movies. I've never seen anyone do that before. I also had the thought that because there are some sort of dark themes in Poor Things, like maybe she was saging against that, but I think the most likely is that she was saging to cleanse the space in the chair of previous occupants of that chair, is my guess. Tell me what you think is more likely, or if you have another idea. It really baffled me and delighted me. I found it very amusing. Yeah, so that's what's up with me lately. Thank you so much for being here. It was so nice to talk to you. I hope you are doing super, super, super well. And if you're not, that is okay too. I'll talk to you very soon.